So we finally get to the team that's probably the most favored to win the NFC South this season, and that is New Orleans Saints. Last year going 7-10, finishing third in the conference, or third in division. Sorry, not conference, but they finished third in the conference behind the Panthers and Buccaneers. This year they bring in a new quarterback. They bring in Derek Carr from the Las Vegas Raiders. They also beef up their line, I believe, as well, drafting Brian Brees, but he's not going to be a starter this season as well. Let's talk about the offense real quick. I mean, you have Derek Carr under center as a quarterback. Chris Olave is a really good receiver. In my opinion, Chris Olave is going to be a freaking stud in the NFL. Michael Thomas is still there. He might be getting a little older, but he's still, he's still kicking. Decent offensive line to protect Derek Carr. Alvin Kamara is still there, but he is suspended for 4 games. So Jamar Williams is coming in to take over that spot for 4 games before Kamara comes back. This offense looks decent. The offense looks really decent. The only question mark, really, in my opinion, is Derek Carr. I mean, last year he had Devontae Adams. He wasn't really that impressive, in my opinion. And there's a reason why the Raiders moved on from him. This year, could there be a similar outcome for the Saints? That's time will tell. We'll have to see what Derek Carr does with this, Saints offense. They still have Taysom Hill as well there, who's apparently the 4th-string quarterback, even though he should be listed as a tight end. Actually, he's listed as quarterback and tight end. He's a backup tight end as well, so I think Taysom Hill has been actually playing really well and solid. He's such a dangerous dual threat quarterback, and you don't know if he's going to throw, if he's going to pass, or if he's just going to be in the game. You could hike it to him and have Derek Carr go out for a pass if you really want to, technically. But, I mean, yeah, so stuff like that. On the defensive side of the ball, this defense is monstrous. Cameron Jordan still there on the line. You also have DeMarco Davis at the middle linebacker spot. You also have the Honey Badger and Marcus May in the safety spots. And you have Marshawn Lattimore here in the corner spot. I probably said Marshawn really terribly. I apologize, Saints fans, but you get the point. This defense should be rock solid as all hell, as they always have been. Last season was just a down year of injuries. Hopefully they stay healthy this season, and they might be a legit threat in the NFC South this year. In fact, you know what? Let's go to scheduling and see what I predict for them this season. So this year I have the Saints going an average of 8-9, but their floor and ceiling are both completely opposites. I have them going a ceiling of 12-5 and a floor of 4-13. And the reason for this is because I kind of think this is going to be an average team at best. Last year they were 7-10. They had the defense wasn't really, was still good. It's just injuries hurt them, but the offense was just kind of lackluster. And I have the same feeling this year for the Saints this year, because I honestly don't trust Derek Carr under center. I mean, he couldn't really get the job done last year with freaking Devontae Adams. Do you think I can trust him doing the job with Michael Thomas and Chris Olave? That's the problem I'm having. But let's go through the games I have picked here. Week 1, they beat the Titans in a close contest. They beat the Panthers in a close contest. Then they beat the Packers in a close contest. They beat the Bucks, lose to the Patriots, lose to the Texans in a close contest, lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars, lose to the Colts in a close contest. I think that's probably Colts' first game they win in my Colts video. Not sure. Beat the Bears in a close contest, lose to the Vikings. They lose to the Falcons. Beat the Lions, beat the Panthers, lose to the Giants, beat the Rams, beat the Bucks, and then lose to the Falcons to end the season. So yeah, I mean, this team all depends on if Derek Carr is actually the quarterback or not for this team going forward. And if Derek Carr is not the quarterback, this might be a problem, and they might just be average at best like they have been for the past few seasons. Life without Drew Brees is hurting the Saints just marvelously, but once they get that quarterback, once again, I think the Saints will be a top of the NFC South as always, as they've been for the past decade. But let's go to final thoughts on the Saints. So my final thoughts for the Saints this season is this is going to be reliant on Derek Carr this season. If Derek Carr does a good job, the Saints could be a 12-win team, could be even a 13 or 11-win team. You get the point, just have you. But if they're not, then I can see them being average at best. Now, the problem is that the defense is rock solid, and the teams like in the NFC South, just in general, without like good offenses, could have a problem against the Saints defense, and that could lead to the Saints winning games, even with Derek Carr not actually having the best of seasons and not being able to actually produce on the offensive side of the ball. But the Saints are looking really good right now this offseason. They've added like some good weapons with Derek Carr. Like they went away from Jameis Winston. That's a good sign as well for them too. It just, we gotta see if it actually delivers now. And that's gonna be the whole Saints season this year. But anyways, guys, that's just my prediction on the Saints. I could be completely wrong. They could go a freaking 17-0. But this is just my opinion on them. So like, you know, don't take it for face value. If you have a different opinion, please leave it in the comment section below. Hit the like video if you like the video, and also hit that subscribe button if you like what you want to see here and you want to see more NFL files. I'll see you for our last team of the NFC South, and that is the Atlanta Falcons. Peace.